I am checking right now. I have recorded. Or, yes, I am recording. That's the word to use.
Okay.
I'm also making sure that I'm using the right mic in OBS, because remember what I said about Discord?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yep.
I'll sound great to everyone. Well, you hear my voice. I'm James Earl Jones, so maybe not. But that or I should just be going, bow, bow. One of the players will pull out a gummy bear
that one.
and offer it to a very haggard-looking principal. Anyway, hello. Welcome to Cause and Effect. Episode 20. One more episode and it can drink. Chadwick will be very happy. That will be Chadwick's day to shine. This is a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign, for now at least. We're recording this. This is the first session we're recording after the whole OGL thing broke. Or was broken. Or whatever. Other people have discussed it far better and more in depth than we have. We're just going to play this game until we switch to something else.
Right. I think OGL stands for, oh, good lord. You know? What have they done?
And now we will move on. But
yes,
I have very strong thoughts on it, and if I get on the soapbox, I won't get off of it. Tonight I'm joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Kelly, Jen, Milo, and what happened last session?
Zombies.
Oh, yeah. I tried to read a zombie mind, and then we went into a swamp, and it was nothing but zombies. Also,
right, we had a cliffhanger.
I did.
There were no cliffs.
we
had a
found
swamp
zombie
hanger.
pit. We did a zombie mosh pit.
There was a zombie mosh pit. Mech decided that the pit full of zombies was a mosh pit and swan dove in.
Yep.
And had the time of their life.
I remember all this now. Okay, good.
And I finally, elbow dropped my way in.
Yes, you did. You did leave a crater in. The pit is a little bit deeper than it was before.
I like to leave my mark.
You did leave a mark. There was also fire. There was a lot of fire.
Katamari.
Zombie Katamari is a sentence that was used.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there was also the zombie bony.
Zomboni.
It really helps that 2 hours before we were supposed to go live was when I started editing that session. So all the out of context quotes were getting posted to Mastodon for you all to see. Which is a great way to jog your memories and mine, because there was some stuff in there that I forgot happened. I forgot I named the guy Jack Braun.
I discovered the fact that the swamp is nothing but zombies, but I felt that saying that out loud would require effort, so I just got and then they attacked.
Technically, they didn't attack until after you decided, I'm gonna read the zombie minds.
Yeah, well, I was trying to be proactive.
You were. What they did was a reaction.
To the invasion of privacy.
But it's okay. You helped.
I did. See, guys?
No, that was an accusation.
Oh.
You made this character with the idea that you would be not helpful at all. You spent the first session locked in a bathroom.
Yes.
And look how far you've fallen. Being an active member of the party, at least you didn't kill steal this time.
Yet.
But you know what, something? I am still trapped in essentially what smells like a bathroom.
You are in a swamp. Yes. So, you're saying that the swamp is a zombie?
Yeah.
Can I get out of the baby Bjorn now?
Swamsy.
I think we put A up on... I think we put A up on Tex's shoulders.
I'm just saying, my little feetsies are dangling in the swamp water.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that, do you?
That's fair, little dude.
Well, I'm okay standing in it. I'm okay being above it, but I'm kind of like half submerged with no control over how far down.
It's like when just your pant legs are wet.
Just one sock.
You understand, my dude.
This is coming from A, who actually is barefoot.
Gosh, I feel that. I let him go where he needs to be.
On top of Tex.
Yeah, technically at the end of the last session, Tex had A, and there was some conversation about whether or not Hobby should be riding on Tex as well.
Oh yeah.
And Hobby politely declined.
I Bjorned up Tex.
Which A was initially not opposed to the idea of a baby Bjorn, but a crocheted baby Bjorn that stretches a lot.
I just really like that how prevalent this Bjorn is that I made as a joke.
It's become a plot element, yes.
It has, yeah.
If we were using the cipher rules, that would be considered to be an artifact. Which is a powerful item that does not go away upon use. Anyway, A gets out of the baby Bjorn and splashes into the swamp water and says, "So, are we sure the swamp is a zombie?" And tentatively just like pokes it with a dagger.
Yeah.
It's not attacking.
Don't say such things. It will attack if you say such things. It's
Dude, I did the magic. This entire thing is nothing but bad magic.
Okay, like bad magic here or bad magic below us?
What's the answer, Crash? Because I am not
You
remembering.
sensed undead underneath the swamp.
I just kind of point down, strongly down.
Oh, so not the swamp, it's under the swamp.
Heat zombies.
It's the bones of the swamp, literally.
How did they get under the swamp?
Maybe they sank?
Maybe the zombies were here first.
Could be a tunnel system.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm a kobold. My first thought is tunnel system for most things.
Right.
You want to
Right,
run
that's
away?
good.
Tunnel system. You want a place to live? Tunnel system. You need to hide the bodies? Tunnel system.
Under a swamp? I mean, except for the body hiding part.
I appreciate that none of you are second guessing the body hiding part.
Trust me.
We second guess the body hiding part.
Anyway, we just need to go down, right?
I guess.
Okay.
If we... No!
There's a splash.
Oh, no.
I'm going to make a stealth roll.
There's a splash.
At least we do not have Splash Gordon.
Okay, all right.
Oh my gosh.
That's a 17
What if I
stealth.
made that a water genasi?
We had a previous campaign with 2 water genasi in it.
Yeah, but name Splash Gordon?
I do let players make new characters whenever they feel like it.
You know that I make whatever character I think is funniest. That one's on the list.
There we go. Anyway, there's some bubbles that come up from under the muck, and then a muck covered A, who appears to be a different color kobold entirely because of all the swamp detritus that is adhering to A, appears and goes, "Well, if they're down there, they're down further than I can dig. Directly. If they're coming up, there would be like signs of them, wouldn't there?"
Maybe they're coming up like one at a time, like, bubbles. Blorp, blorp. Slowly floating up.
Gas can go through things pretty well. So bubbles wouldn't really leave much of a sign, but they were like big like you. There'd be like a mound of dirt or something.
There would? Wouldn't it be under the water, though? We wouldn't be able to see it.
Well, I'm grasping at straws here.
Do you think you could find some mounds of dirt under the water? If you're okay with the water?
A is literally holding several straws.
I knew it.
They're good straws.
A comes over and hands a straw to Hobby, hands a straw to Chadrick, goes to hand a straw to Mech, and then blinks a moment and says, "Wait, actually, I don't think you need this.
No, I don't breathe.
I'll save this for tomorrow's milkshake then."
Ooh.
All right.
What flavor?
I haven't decided.
Oh. Yeah.
And A goes back under the water, and you just see the straw moving through the mud.
Ugh.
It gets to about a foot away from a tree and then shudders.
Bonk.
And then backs up and then goes around the tree.
That one? I've seen that cartoon.
Oh no.
The cartoon is about A.
Whoa. I suppose that Hobby is not going under the water unless she has to. Oh no.
Oh no.
But a perception roll to see if there is anything that looks like locations on getting zombies, or if they're just sort of slowly drifting up through the muck periodically, or something like erosion or something. Equal. Okay. Click the button. I'm going to change my die. This die did not give me a good enough. It gave me a 12. Valid. Well, I mean, sank into the swamp would have to be last, because after that it's kind of hard to fall down, and the burning is, I mean, it could fall down and fall over and burn down. It depends on when people start throwing the fireballs.
No singing. Just no singing.
I have not, but I can. What am I rolling?
And what do we
Okay, let's see.
let me check.
They're both the same.
10. Oh, my perception's much higher. Okay.
I think my survival's higher. I mean, I don't know. What dice should I roll? D20. I don't know.
20.
I've got a 1.
And I've
It's
been
like I've got a
muted in
rock.
OBS for maybe the past 2 minutes.
Oh no.
It's fine. I assume that the responses you were all giving gave enough information that there was context there.
13.
So Chadrick got a 13. I think I saw a pop-up that said 5. I'm starting to see these on A's character sheet now that I reloaded the page.
I'm looking to make sure this works because I haven't done this in forever. Nope.
And
Yes. Okay. That was just to make sure it worked.
what was Mech's number again?
1.
1.
Okay.
In the same tone as I got a rock.
Yes.
A
At
rock would
least
be
you get
useful.
like a -1 survival.
Chadrick, it's not survivable.
No, last time I think Ellie got like a -1 on a survival
Oh,
check.
no, the joke was someone had rolled a 1 and it was a good thing their modifier wasn't -1.
Oh yeah.
Because then this is not how the game mechanics work. But like, okay, well, you don't know how to survive anymore. So you just drop dead. And the joke that Ellie said after that, which was wonderful, was, I forgot how to breathe. I forgot how to breathe. I forgot how to... Wait, I'm a robot.
Haven't been breathing.
Okay, so I guess the highest number we got was a 13.
It's
Definitely
Yeah,
not the one I got. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're all looking through the swamp for signs of zombies. You would think that you would see lots of signs of zombies. The signs of zombies led you here. But other than Chadrick's ability to sense undead, you're not seeing any zombies, which is not how it's supposed to work. They're not exactly hiding in the trees. They're not even hiding behind the trees. The trees here are too thin for a zombie to hide behind it, unless it's a zombie version of Socks the Kobold, who is feared everywhere, but no one's ever seen him.
Well, they must be here somewhere.
And then you hear gurgling.
That's what I was right at.
There
I
it is.
assume that's probably I, right? Or A? A?
It's A, and there's some
sorry.
splashing to go with the gurgling.
Uh-oh.
Quick, rescue A.
There are 2 kobold feet sticking up out of the swamp water. They are
Yoink.
currently splashing.
Okay, I'm going to wade through the swamp and try to get him.
Okay. I'm not going to require a roll for it. You just put
Okay.
your hands on the ankles and pull up.
Pull him out. Mm-hmm.
And then there's A.
There you go.
I lost my straw.
You can have mine.
I didn't give you one.
Oh, right.
It was going to be
We'll
for
get
my
you a new
milkshake.
one.
I lost that one too.
We'll find you some straws.
No, I think I can get them. They're down here.
Let's use
Uh,
different ones. Cleanliness reasons.
What? I got them from here.
Where?
There's
Get-
reeds and stuff growing in the swamp.
Oh, okay.
A just grabbed
okay.
some.
There's straw. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Got
counts.
it.
True.
We're about to have a testy 2 situation.
There will never be a Tessie 2 again. All Tessie 2s have been burned.
There's still dead bodies around.
No significant number of them were burned by a burning hand spell, and you yourself used radiant damage to incinerate many of them.
Saying that they have to come from this swamp, but there are dead bodies that exist. There are skeletons in this world.
Somewhere halfway across the planet, Paige begins to vibrate.
Are we going to find some handless bodies?
No, you're going to find a Kenku with a shovel.
And bodiless hands helping.
Concerning.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
So the spot that you pulled A out of,
Mm-hmm.
there is a ridge of dirt right around where you pulled A out of. It's somewhat circular. Irregularly circular, but imagine, if you will, a 5th grader drew a circle.
Okay.
Now imagine, if you will, that they then showed that picture to a pre-K student and asked them to copy it. And the pre-K student explained what a circle looks like to a classmate, and that classmate drew it instead.
Wow. Okay, so there's something under there, I would guess. I'm gonna step on it.
Okay, give me a dexterity save.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Is that also a D20?
It would be, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let me use the other
And
dice.
it's
'cause that one
probably the
failed
same
me.
as your dexterity modifier, but it depends on the
Okay.
save.
Okay, so I have a 19, and the dexterity is a +2.
Congratulations. You go to step on it, and your foot goes down, 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 down,
Uh-oh.
and you pull your foot back out again because you do not lose your balance and fall into the same hole that A fell into and then have some of the tunnel collapse.
Okay. Well, I guess there's nothing there.
The good news is you have found a tunnel.
We have found a tunnel.
The
under
bad news is
water.
you're in a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
A tunnel
It's
just
not.
means it's filled with water.
Right. Right.
Mech, you found the tunnel.
I did. I think I filled the tunnel.
No, I think the swamp did that.
Well, okay. I'll take that. Yeah.
Any of you know how to shape water?
No.
Do I?
Probably not.
No. I mean, unless you count alcohol as water.
How about mold earth?
Don't have that one either.
Does
Okay.
absorb elements make the mud go away?
It does not unless the water is physically damaging you. Mental
What if-
damage
what if-
doesn't count, I asked multiple times.
Hmm.
Mage hand could dig?
Not very effectively. I have an idea, but one of you
Okay.
is going to have to use your flagstone to send me back.
Oh, no. What do you want to do?
Just call member services and have them teleport me back.
Clever of you. All right.
I'll use mine to get back the other way.
Can I use hold person to hold the earth?
No, the earth is not a person.
Good try. though.
Also, Gaia, spirit of the earth, will be very upset with you and summon Captain Planet.
I think that would be pretty cool. What if I compel duel the earth?
Well, considering the size difference, you'd be crushed.
Gonna fight God.
You would have a moral victory, but that would be the only sense that it's a victory. Anyway, A gets teleported back to member services, and A totally forgot that A wouldn't need to use the flagstone that they had to come back because they could just go to member services and say one please. But never mind about that.
It's all right.
A reappears with a box. A is sitting on top of the box. The box looks too big for A to move. A also looks like A has had a shower.
A is clever.
Good choice.
Well done.
Actually, as soon as I walked out of the receiving room, more than one person grabbed me. They were all big enough to pick me up by themselves, but more than one person felt like they needed to help. And it was a violent cleaning.
Oh.
Are you all right?
I've never heard so clearly.
Well,
Oh, the earwax is gone.
I don't have ears. I'm a kobold.
Right. Yeah, that would be. I don't know exactly what happened, but you're
Neither
back.
do I. It's really weird. Anyway, this box has what we need. Just don't ask where I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
And A pulls out a crowbar that you also don't need to ask where A got,
Mhm.
and pops open the box and says, "Okay, so we're gonna do a few things. Tex, how good are you at hitting things with a hammer really hard?
I can occasionally do it.
Okay. We're gonna need a bunch of these trees cut down, and we're gonna use them as stakes. And let's see, Mac,
Mhm.
how good are you at a repetitive motion that's not unlike crushing someone's skull?
I've done it before.
Okay, these are for you, and A hands you what looks like a billows, like for a blacksmith. It's not quite. It looks modified.
Okay.
And
How does this work?
I forget. And Chadrick,
Yeah?
this one's gonna be weird. How good are you at being upside down and holding a tube that has a lot of liquid going through it?
Oh my god. I literally invented this.
Great. I'll supervise. So here is what happens.
I check
Okay.
stand.
Yes, but you're not putting anything in your mouth voluntarily.
When am I ever?
Think back to all the parties that you've canonically been to, and all those poor goldfish. Anyway,
Pumping air through a tube so that Chadrick can go muck diving.
so
And
you could just use the billows and the tubing to pump
Right.
water out of the pit, but you're in a
Right.
swamp. It's just going to flow back in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the last item in the crate is several oiled cloths, like tarps that are waterproof. And they have grommets. So you stake them in place. There's still some water that leaks, but not enough for it to fill, so long as you keep running the billows.
Are there any Wallaces?
No. And the moon is no longer made of cheese. It was turned into a forest.
Mhm.
So as water gets pulled out, the waterproof tarp gets put in place so that less water leaks in. And Chadrick goes down head first with the tube to make sure that it's always underwater. So Mech is always pumping more out.
Right.
we're
Yes.
not going to send him in diving? Oh, well.
Well, unless Chadrick has discovered the ability of how to breathe underwater, under swamp water specifically,
We pump the water with, we use the, we pump air with the bellows,
Mhm.
and
I am
so that
immune to
Chadrick
disease.
breathes with it through a tube, and then, and Tex can just sort of pound Chadrick down further.
I am
I'm
immune
full
to disease, so I can't get sick from the swamp water.
It's
this
a good
is
thing
what
that
I
we-
get for having the NPC come up with an idea.
No, the NPC has a good idea. None of us had a good
Well,
idea.
I'm a kobold. I grew up in tunnels. You have any idea how many tunnels were underneath underground lakes?
No, I
I'm assuming a lot for you to.
Well,
Bring
we
back all
weren't
of
very
this.
good at planning where to dig our tunnels, so we were very good at making sure they stayed usable. Well,
All right.
the ones that survived were very good at it.
Evolution.
I guess it's just me and that other guy now.
Other guy.
The one who got away.
Yeah,
Ah.
you were fighting a warlock, and you decided to do a truce and have a discussion, and the first moment they turned invisible and fled.
Okay. I'll do that.
Abandoning A, which was a jerk move of them.
At the time, A was charmed.
Well, yeah, it was still a jerk move.
I'm not even sure they knew A was still alive.
True, we were having to revive poor A.
This is also true. A was, in fact, on death saves after the second barrel roll. Anyway, A has solved my get through the swamp puzzle.
All right.
A will go back to being the comedy relief.
I'm so glad that you had him do that, because by God, I was not capable today.
Oh,
It's involving water. Hoppy is not capable at all. This is an incapability.
the DM may have looked at the skills and abilities of the party members and decided, unless there's some retconning for where this thing is, it would be 3 more sessions until you found it.
Yeah, the entire session would have been like, well, we're in a swamp.
And they'd be the worst sessions. The ones where, well, what if we... No. There's this green circle on the floor. Let's argue about it for half an hour.
No.
Chadrick, put the marker away. Why are you drawing green circles on the floor? Because it's more interesting than what we've been talking about. Okay, fair and valid. Anyway, this tunnel leads to it would be disingenuous to say it's a metal wall, because it's like just the edge of one. There's still a lot of dirt and muck and debris. But as the little bits of water that are still leaking through the tarps pour down through the tunnel, they're going into a space where they're clearly hitting a surface 10 feet down and then flowing away, but it doesn't sound like it's flowing into a large body of water. There is drainage down here. And because Chadrick was the one leading, I am describing sounds, not visuals, because Chadrick doesn't have the ability to see in the dark.
Is it hitting a wall sound, or is it hitting a floor sound, or ceiling sound, or whatever? Vertical or horizontal?
It's hard to tell the difference if you're Chadrick
True.
or up in the swamp looking down the hole where Chadrick is.
Listening. I have kitty cat ears, right? I can roll
Okay,
perception.
give me a survival check.
Survival or survival.
In this case,
no.
survival.
Am I
Okay.
surviving too?
You are perfectly surviving. I wouldn't let go of the tube because while that's
No.
a 10-foot drop, you are upside down.
Yeah, no, I am firmly grasping it.
+2 be useful as a roll.
And what'd you get?
A 22.
Oh,
A 20
So-
plus a 2.
okay. I didn't hear the 20 part. I just heard the +2 be useful. So I was like, okay, well, what? All right. So a natural
What?
20, yeah, the water is hitting a floor and then running off. But the floor it's not hitting a floor where there's a puddle or a small pool. It's hitting like a metal floor.
It's like rain on a roof. I think someone has a metal thing. Do you think they have a door somewhere? So we don't have to go down the tunnel with the
It's
swamp
basically
water?
a tubular slip and slide. And I am aware of the words I used.
That's one of my favorite words. Love the word tubular.
Hobby does not want to go down the swamp and slide.
Unfortunately, this is where the path leads.
Hmm. If we go down there, could we crawl back up if needed?
Well, we can use our flagstones.
I can
You
use
can
my
always
claws.
teleport.
That would work too.
And I'm sure some of you have rope.
True.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
might.
I'm pretty sure the 50 feet of rope that was used to tie up that one person with the timeshare thing was
Yeah.
returned to you after they found out how to untie the sphere.
Yeah, I still have 50 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I probably have that. I have 50 feet of rope then.
So you could tie that to a stick
Or
or
was
something
it my
up the
rope
top.
or was it Texas rope?
It doesn't matter. It was returned to somebody.
Okay.
It has rope again.
All
right,
We're,
there is
we're
rope.
not going to have a 15-minute discussion on where the rope came from.
That's fine.
Hobby has rope.
If we're ready, I'm ready to totally like boogie board my way down.
Oh, you're already at the edge of the tunnel.
The one
So-
who's been taking it down because you're the one who's not allergic to swamp water.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
true.
can't see anything.
I'm so.
Gesundheit.
Oh, God, the sneezing's been the worst part of this whole thing.
Oh,
I'm sneezing nonstop this whole week.
oh.
What were we saying about Chadwick and allergies to swamp water?
I'm not Chadrick, tragically. Actually, it's the best. But Chadrick is immune to disease.
Which is probably for the best because you don't know where the swamp has been.
You know,
It's been under feet.
it's probably been on the ground here.
Chadwick, what do you see?
I'm blind.
Okay. Is anything eating you right now?
My curiosity.
Do you still have all of your fingers?
Yes.
Do you see 2 pinpoints of red light and hear a low growl?
Do I?
No.
No.
Do you have the strong sensation that something somewhere in the void is watching you, waiting for you to make a mistake, and anything you do will be a mistake, and it will immediately take what you've done and send that as a mental image to everyone you've ever known or cared about?
So you see, the thing is that I don't know the name of my god, so I'm assuming that they're doing that anyway.
Anyway, that was a dream I had last week. I was just wondering. Okay, coming down.
I feel that. Let's go.
Give me a dexterity save.
Okay.
To avoid getting hit by the kobold.
Oh no, that's gonna happen.
22.
You do get hit by the kobold.
Nice.
But I catch him.
The kobold impact does not push you out of the tunnel into the empty space where the water is flowing. I brought a rope.
Ah, cool.
Well, I brought some of the rope. The rest of it's tied up top.
That's for the best.
Okay. And without further hemming and hawing, I will say that you all are able to go down through the tunnel. Some of you crying for precipitation more than others.
Can I use my feline agility to get down there very quickly so there's less touching of this stuff?
You can attempt it, sure.
We will do that. And then move 0 feet on one of the turns. So anyway.
Okay.
Wait,
I
we
have
need
the
to
map.
bottom to freeze.
I have the map
Okay, the
open
map.
on Owlbear Rodeo.
Let's see if I can see it
find it.
on Give me half a moment.
Find this thing.
The
There it
pen
is.
stuff, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Mhm.
open this. Let's see if that works or if I'm going to have to do it on the phone. I'm
Oh,
like, itty bitty.
Roll that up here.
You're right. This is a
Okay.
cute little map.
It is very cute.
Where am I?
Where are you?
Oh, wow, that is a teeny
Where am I?
No, that's the Fonz. That's not you.
Where is Chadrick McCool guy?
Oh, I see what I did. I had the wrong version of Chadwick. I had the old version, not the new one. Here's the new one.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm big. I'm big. Yes.
We're missing someone, aren't we? No, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
Everyone,
Okay, got it.
everyone who's here is here.
Okay.
Technically, Cavill is probably here, but we can always note that Cavill, who flies, is probably hovering up at the top in case we scream loud enough.
Cavill is just off camera.
Probably at the top of the tunnel.
With their shoes.
Just casting prestidigitation on Hobby like every round.
Yeah.
That is currently their only action.
Yes.
That's fair. That does take up a whole lot of time, though.
Yes. Well, you specialize. This prestidigitation is for the left arm. This one's for the right arm. Wait, did I miss a spot on the left arm? Let's get that again.
No, it's just continuingly
You know
terrible.
how a cat will like spend 16 hours a day cleaning themselves?
Uh-huh.
Now imagine if Hobby has a sibling who they've bullied into doing that for her.
Uh-huh.
There might be a depressed sigh every now and then coming from somewhere above you. Does any of you have a light source? Because I think 3 of you are unable to see in the dark.
Let me check if I can see in the dark. I don't remember.
Do I have a light source?
Dark vision for 60 feet.
No. No, I guess I have a torch.
That's going to have to do.
Yeah, because I'm blind as heck, y'all.
Okay. I'm just going to put a circle around you to say, hey, you've got a light source. So
that's how I'm going to stay out of this combat, is I'm going to stay still holding this.
yeah, everyone else runs off to combat and like, well, we could see them when Chadrick was here.
I'm just going to stand in the middle of the fight holding it and be like, this is my contribution.
Hmm.
Oh, so I should explain this room. It is not a rectangular shape. It's sort of, it's asymmetrical, but there's a lot of angles in it. The floor is metal, the walls are metal, the ceiling is metal. There's a hexagon pattern on the floor. There appears to be like large circular weights in one corner of the room. There's metal bars. There's some stuff that looks like at one time it had some type of padding attached to it, but elements have been hard on it. Chadwick recognizes it immediately. I will not require a roll. Congratulations, you're in some type of weight room.
Instead of what?
You're inside a gym.
Oh, cool. Time for me to get some gains.
I would not recommend sitting on any of the benches or using anything that once had padding or was supposed to have padding. You're immune to disease, but you're not immune to ick.
Or am I?
I'm not going to ask that question. Also, everything here seems to have like a layer of char marks on it, and it smells heavily like there was a fire in here.
Is this place not drowned in swamp? Ick.
It's not. The water that is flowing in from the tunnel you came in through is pouring off to the side and going down a drain. It might not have been built as a drain. It might have been built as an air vent, but you're not on a lower deck. So it's not currently a you problem.
This is true. Is there a roof that we came in, I guess?
You came in through a spot that it looks like it was broken off or something was ripped away. That was near the ceiling, yes.
Huh.
What is this place?
A gym.
A gym.
Gotta work on our
Oh.
fitness.
I would prefer to just say I'm fit enough.
You fit through the tunnel, so you are clearly fit. Your fitness is good.
I'm the smallest one of you here.
This whole good.
Uh-huh. You fit very well. You have good fitness.
Are there any doors around this room?
There is one door in the middle of the eastern wall.
I feel like we're on a crash.
Oh, here we go. Chadrick's going through it.
The door has one of those
I am
wheel
just-
things in the middle of it.
I
That
am
you
the
spin.
light. I am the light.
You're the light.
You are the light.
Yes.
Well, that's paladins
Alright.
for you. Could Mech or
one.
Tex open the cranky door thing while Hobby goes over to cling to the rope and be ready to scamper up it if water comes pouring through?
I'm
Has a
sure
bad
it'll be
history
fine.
with doors.
Tex is great with doors.
X has a bad history with doors.
Oh,
Ah,
Tex has
okay.
experience with doors, which means Tex is better at doors than anyone else.
That's true.
yes, but this is doors with a
Level
wheel
2
in the
door.
middle, not doors with a panel at the side.
The door, by the way, is not painted with green circles.
It's not painted with green circles. Okay.
I
Not-
feel the
not-
need to point
You
that
try
out.
Okay. I have a +7 to strength. I could try. Might break it.
The door opens easily, as
Oh,
if it
well,
was
there we
well
are.
maintained.
That's
Why is
strange.
there a hole?
Creepy.
Thank you.
This hallway is also this T-shaped hallway that Chadwick poses in for some strange reason. Also is covered with char marks. There's panels that look like they might have had something written on them, but they are covered in a layer of soot. That smell is just as strong here.
Someone took a little too much pre-workout.
I am unable to move characters when I am using a different tool altogether.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Tex, you taking up the end, or are you letting Hobby cringingly go through? How damp is that tunnel?
It seems dry. It's drier than the room you were just in.
Okay, Hobby's in here.
Now,
Mhm.
you should be able to see on the map. I don't know how well they're turning out on your end. But there is a door at the far end of the hallway that you're in. There's 2 doors that are like double doors that lead to the north. There's at the end of the hallway, just barely by the torchlight, you can see the double doors down there also. And there's several doors that line the walls in.
Y'all want to Scooby-Doo this?
No, there's zombies in behind every single one of these doors. We should probably just carefully open doors one at a time.
This hallway is primed for a chase sequence.
No, we are not running back and forth through the doors.
Roll for Hanna-Barbera.
Okay. Where should we start?
Ugh.
Maybe one by one down this hallway before we open double doors to.
This
Sounds-
is perfect. Because
Yeah,
it
that
includes Johnny Bravo.
Before we do that, can we take a break, please?
Oh, we certainly
Sure.
can. And we're back. And we definitely didn't take a month to come back. That did not happen. I did not get sick. I did not have my voice never fully recover. Pay no attention to the bronchitis behind the curtain. Never mind.
good. Oh,
In any case, I'm still Crash the DM or GM or whatever. We still have Beth, Ellie, Io, Jen, and Milo with us. And in theory, because we're using Foundry now, not Owlbear Rodeo, I can click this button, and
And
those
my
listening
screen.
at home won't see any difference because it's an audio format.
Right.
But in practice,
goes
people
black.
who are
My screen went black.
most people who had their names mentioned should see their character in a mostly black space because you're underground. There aren't any sources of lights. But you should be
Yeah,
able to
do
see your
that.
character.
I do not see my character. I will hit reload. No, that's not
see
what it
me.
hits reload. Oh, click reload.
Oh.
Nope.
Hold on.
Darkness.
I'll be right back.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to stare at you again because a vision softly creeping of this screen is simply sitting. No, that doesn't rhyme.
Oh dear.
Maybe if you play it on an ocarina, it sounds better.
Oh, you want me to get the ocarina? Where's
No.
my ocarina? Where's my ocarina?
No,
There we
no,
go.
no.
You might need
No.
a shovel based on stories I've already heard.
Found the ocarina!
I think that tone would probably hurt my ears. Let's not give me a migraine.
Can I make an owl hoot?
It's best to joke about it instead of actually hearing it, to be honest.
I'll just sniffle. I'll
Which
get out
one
my
usually gives
miniature
you a migraine?
kalimba. I'll get out my miniature kalimba instead.
Please don't.
I can't make noises. It's sad. You'll never let me play a bard.
I will let you play a bard, but your offspring will not let you play a bard that plays the ocarina as an actual prop that you hold up to a microphone.
Or the kalimba. Oh no.
So I'm like, no, really, please don't. Please don't.
It's a miniature one?
That's even higher pitched.
Yeah.
Oh,
I play a bard, and the bard may play an ocarina, but you may not play an ocarina.
I will have to find something that does not give migraines.
But yes, so
Oh,
A
hey.
Oh,
found
new
us a
concept.
way into an underground tunnel,
New character concept.
and I was going to have fun opening all these doors Scooby-Doo style.
Well, yes, those doors are arranged in such a way that it makes sense to actually have a Scooby-Doo style running back and forth.
Bard
So
that casts spells by playing music really badly so that magical effects happen because the universe wants them to shut up.
you do realize that I have already in this campaign introduced to you a bard that plays an instrument that can be described as bagpipes meet one-man band, and the offspring is worse.
Yeah, but Kevin liked that one. It was okay.
All right. So
Sorry. I'll shut up
no,
now.
it's great. I have no regrets about any conversations. That is not a challenge, by the way. There's most of you would not accept that challenge.
Some of
Most.
us might.
Kind of us.
Most. It is a non-zero number. I think probably a number higher than 1. So I must make that statement. So Chadwick, you got doors on the other side. If you go ahead and click on one of them, and you should be able to see what's on the other side.
Bathrooms.
Yes, you have found the bathroom. It is the first session all over again.
I have done it. I'm home.
I am. Oh no! I'm clicking on a thing. I should not click on a thing.
You are concerned.
I did have a concern because I was trying to do a thing and I did a different thing, and the different thing was worse.
The map and the grid do not appear to agree.
It's not a 1-to-1 ratio, alas.
Alas.
Come on, Foundry, let me do the thing. There are a whole bunch of characters here, and I want to select all of them.
Uh-oh. Oh, we should probably put Cavill on here somewhere just so we know where they are.
Cavill is on the map.
Yeah, they're flying around with their cool shoes.
I thought they stayed up.
Actually, no, wait.
Sorry.
Cavill is not
It's
on
not on
the
the
map.
map.
You're right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
we'll put Cavill on the map.
Cavill's player was not present last time.
Okay, so as a recap for what happened in the previous hour of recording, you picked up the quest of there's a town that's getting attacked by zombies, and they were handling the zombies each time, but they were getting tired of handling the zombies each time. They just kept coming out in groups of like 3 or 4 at a time. They were killing them and putting them in an unmarked grave. A party showed up. The zombies in the unmarked grave decided to rise up, and because they weren't quite dead,
Obviously.
And I
There
was
was-
useful.
there was a mosh pit. There may have been some attempts at crowd surfing.
No, I just kind of elbow deep dived my way into the middle, exploded everything.
Mech enjoyed themselves immensely.
Absolutely. That's what she's there for.
And then I used my divine sense to find the rest of the zombos.
Yes, and then after you had pretty much turned the twice killed zombies into pulp, you headed off into the swamp and found. You head off into the woods, then found a swamp, and then realized, using divine sense, that the zombies were underground. So A found a tunnel to go underground, and it was this weird metal room that water was draining into and out of, so it wasn't flooding even though it's technically under a swamp. You went through a door into a T-shaped hallway, and that's where we are now. And I am
And we're
going
slightly
to try
sideways.
to press a button.
Button. And somehow we are all tilted.
Well, yeah, because why not?
Hmm.
And now, in theory, I have added all of you to combat.
Okay.
Because I would like, in order for me to keep track of things, I'm not always going to do this, but I want to try having us roll for initiative so I can go down the order of asking people what they want to do.
Okay.
So in theory, I should also be able to click the request roll button.
What is the ship?
Don't ask questions.
It's in the order.
Never you mind.
All I
So
can
we're
see-
rolling initiative? Yeah.
Shows up
Guess
as a
so.
little thingy.
Okay.
How
Apparently it's
Well,
a
it
D20.
does.
Okay. I
How did the ship get a -1?
think I got a 6.
Yep, you got a 6.
It does the
It shows
math
up on
really
the-
wonderful.
So you know
And
how in
now
D&D Beyond I
everything is
would load up
blank.
character encounters with like
Mhm.
certain not appearing in this film?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
That is actually, I hid most of them because they were like, I'm going to use these later, but I want to play with this now.
Rolled a 30?
How did you get a 30?
Natural 20 plus 5 plus 5.
Also, where am I?
We have Vale vanished.
You're in the bathroom. Oh, wait. I see what I did. Give me a second.
I cannot ping me. I cannot ping a token I cannot see.
So when I went back and hid the ship, I hid everyone.
Okay.
Oh, look, we're all coming back.
Put us back.
You're all
Yeah.
rouges.
Oh, and now we have color again. You're tapping me. Don't tap. Where do you go anyway?
I'm in the bathroom still. I don't exist. I don't.
Your token isn't there?
Out
Nope.
of line of sight.
There
Maybe
I
it doesn't
am.
exist either.
Yeah, you were
okay.
there, but your token was hidden. I have a sea of tokens off the edge of this map that we're not using today unless you do something really bad.
Uh-oh.
That sounds like a challenge.
Sounds like a threat.
I mean, it could be. And I do see that EO rolled a 9 for initiative, so let's see if I can put this into this, because I can edit this in theory. There we go. So now Cavil's in the right spot of the initiative order. And with a roll of 30, the tank is going first. Although, it looks like Mech hasn't rolled yet.
No, I did.
There it is, 6.
It was a 6.
Okay, so why is this not saying?
I don't know.
Well, I can
Because
fix
it's
that.
just a roll, it's not a roll for initiative.
Okay.
What was I supposed to do?
I will put in the 6.
Okay, sure.
There we go.
In theory, a little box should have popped up saying basically roll for initiative.
right.
Yes, but we're not going to worry about that right now because that's fixed, and Tex is
Okay.
going first. So Tex, what would you like to do in this hallway?
What's
That's a good
attack?
question.
Hold your action till we see what attacks?
No,
I
there's
would at
nothing
least-
attacking right now. I just want
Oh.
to make sure I go down the order and not forget people.
Oh.
I'd like to
each
go
of us our
past
days.
A. I'd like to go past A and open this door that's between A and Hobby.
Okay. If you click on the door, it should open. And you can see
Fair enough.
that it looked like before it was an uppercase T-shaped hallway. It is, in fact, a lowercase T-shaped hallway or a plus sign shaped hallway.
Jesus is here.
There are plenty of more doors up here. However, they are staggered in arrangement. So if you're going to do the whole Scooby-Doo running thing, you got to do it at an angle.
Be fair.
Also, and this does seem sinister, there's a 5.
That's
Don't make
true.
me put a green circle on the map.
Yeah, I was about to say, but
Oh,
it's
no.
not-
Green
it's not
circle all
real.
over again.
I was so tempted when I was editing this map. I was so tempted to have one room just be, room 10 has that circle already there. I could have
Oh,
just
yeah.
selected it and turned it green.
Mhm.
Okay, Chadrick, what would you like to do? I believe currently you are still in the bathroom.
I am still in the bathroom. Ooh, I can just change. Ooh, gotcha. Sorry, I'm just clicking things. I'm having fun. This is good to know. In case of combat, I know where to go.
Dang it.
The bathroom.
So we're using Foundry for the first time for this
I
campaign.
gotta add myself some some inspiration.
There should be a way in here to do inspiration,
Yep.
yes.
There's a checkbox. Okay.
There we go. Okay, so you've stepped out of the bathroom. Did you wash your hands, young man?
I didn't use the bathroom. I just looked inside.
Fine.
Each turn's like 6 seconds. What do you want out of me?
But by the way, everything here is covered in a layer of either ash or soot. There's little bits of charred debris on the ground.
You touch nothing.
Sometimes when you are walking, you hear a crunching sound.
Rooms.
You have found a second bathroom.
More bathrooms. Crash, turns are 6 seconds long. What do you think? What do you think of Chadrick?
We're not technically in combat, so they're not technically full turns, or they could be additional turns. But I mean, it's not really counting as turns. I'm just going through to make sure I don't forget anyone as I ask them what they want to do. Next up is A, who realizes that they're in a dark, creepy hallway, and they are going to apparently measure 15 feet because I'm holding the control key while I'm trying to move A.
Ooh.
Where do you hide the
A follows Chadwick into the bathroom.
bonus?
Oh, this is a bathroom. This is awkward. I'm just gonna leave now.
Resource 3. Inspiration. There's my inspiration.
So A comes back out of the bathroom. And next up is Cavil. Cavil, what would you like to do? Currently, you are in the room that everyone climbed into originally through the tunnel. It is a weird triangular shape. Actually, Can I do a thing? Probably. And everyone's walked through into the space that I've been describing earlier.
I did
Well, I
send
did
a
not
screen.
whatsoever get a good impression of the space you were describing, and I do not see a screenshot. So,
Give me a second.
I sent it to
actually,
you in messages.
I'm actually working on a screenshot.
oh, why did you send it to me in messages?
Because that's how I can take a picture of the screen. Do you want to walk over here and look at my computer?
No, it is extremely awkward to be over there, and I can't stand still for very long, and I definitely can't when everything's all.
Yeah.
Feel that.
Well, I moved stuff. Not as bad as it was.
Everyone else seems to be in the hallway, so I think I would like to go into the hallway.
I'm in the bathroom.
Oh, thank you. That's much clearer. I would like to follow the others into the hallway.
Okay. So Tex has started moving north into the hallway. Several people have started moving south into the hallway. Do you have a preference?
Oh, there's an app. Okay.
You could also go east.
Which group? Where's Hobby going? It looks like Hobby might be going east.
He's sort of standing and waiting for somebody to start screaming, I think.
Who said I ever stopped?
In that
Yeah.
case, I will follow Tex because Tex has the big hammer and therefore is likely to be a source of opened doors.
I mean, where's the lie?
It's true.
Okay, sending a screenshot of the current setup.
No. Yes. Stop. Game.
Okay, next up is Hobby.
Okay, figured it out.
All of these, how much height do we have to work with in the corridors here?
The corridors are about 7 feet high.
Okay, so it's probably easy enough to sort of drop down and sidle beside the underneath Cavill's feet with the flying stuff, because we know Cavill is not touching the ground.
I mean, the ground is covered in charred little bits that crunch under feet. So,
Tasty.
me personally, if I was there and I had flying shoes, I would also not be touching the ground.
Right. Okay, we could just sort of sneak to... No, not there. This corner here,
Okay.
beside Tex.
And next up is Mech.
Okay. Looks like part of our party is going that way, and
The other part is
One of
going
our-
the other way.
the other part is going the other way. Eyes in front of me, I could see him there, and I'm assuming Chadrick's still in the bathroom. So if they're gonna go down the other corridor, I'm gonna go closer to them just so they have someone that can fight, I guess. I don't know what's going on with my character that I can't move them, but I want to move to like maybe in front of A.
Like WASD thing.
What?
Select the character and try pressing the S key or the down arrow key.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go there because I know that those are bathrooms and they've already been checked out, so that's safe.
They are. They have
Far as I
been
know.
checked
Mhm.
out.
Yeah.
Well-
so I'm just gonna go right there. Mhm.
As Milo has pointed out, Chadrick was only in there for 6 seconds each. So, I'm fairly certain there was not a check to see if there's toilet paper. So the bathrooms may not be as safe as you think.
Right. Well, Mech is not a biologic, so she doesn't have any concept
Fair-
of that. So.
Fair and valid.
Yeah.
Also, there's 2 things there. One of those might be a bidet, but again, 6 seconds per bathroom. It hasn't been checked.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely would not be like job quality of a check.
Certainly.
Bing. Ping.
So, at this moment, there is a rumble.
Is it my tumbly?
No, it feels like it goes through your tumbly, but it started at your feetly.
Like rumblies and my tumblies?
Yes.
We're sinking.
You do not feel like a little black rain cloud.
Phillips and whistles?
At this point, like everyone's first instinctive thing when they feel this rumble is that the ship is shaking, or not the ship. I'm thinking ship because there was a ship in the initiative order. Never mind.
Mm.
The thing that we're in.
The structure that you're in, it was just under a swamp, is probably settling or perhaps sinking further into the swamp because it already burned down and sank into the swamp. It's surprising that it did not fall over.
I was about to make the joke. Yay!
And I beat you to it. So there. And then
So
you
glad we have
realize
flex.
that it was a voice. It was a very deep voice that shook the structure. It came from the walls.
Is it my dad?
If
Could
it's
be.
your father, I have concerns.
Maybe it's your god.
People say my dad's larger than life.
I can tell you that if it was Chadrick's god, there would be an apology for party rocking happening right now.
But Party Rock is in the house tonight.
This isn't a house. It does have bathrooms. Mech,
Mm-hmm.
you are further south than anyone else on this map.
Right.
There is an open door south of you that looks further into another T-shaped hallway. You see the debris on the ground are sort of coalescing into a bump.
Bump.
The bump is getting taller and starting to look a bit more humanoid. Not human. Parts of it are too thin to be human. Parts of it look okay enough, maybe, but you're not a biologic, so
Right.
it's
Yeah. It could be another kind of strange human I haven't seen yet, or humanoid I haven't seen yet, possibly.
Uncanny
it's
Valley.
Not mechanical.
Yeah, Uncanny Valley is not something a mechanical has to worry about usually,
No.
unless it's
We don't
somebody else's
care.
perception of the mechanical.
Mm.
But it rises up to about a height of like 5-6 feet,
Mm.
sort of leaning to one side a little bit, not enough to fall over.
Mm-hmm.
It is in this dark, unlit hallway, and it is black. So it's hard to make out if you don't have, like, say, dark vision or blind sight or something.
Let's
Not
see
that
if I have
anyone-
dark vision. I don't remember.
I do not believe you do.
I don't think so.
So basically, you are using whatever ambient light has been brought with the party. Like your eyes glow blue a little bit. That's bouncing off the walls a little bit, so you can sort of see shadows.
Okay.
And someone A has a torch. I gave A torch, so A is
Okay.
casting some light.
Thank
Not
goodness.
sunlight, some light.
I caught
Yes.
that differently than it. Okay. Yeah.
I realized
Um,
that the way I said it wasn't clear. And as you're looking at this thing, is there
Mhm.
anything you call out to the rest of the party?
We've got something down here looking kind of bad, all in the shadows.
Can I close this door?
Um, you'd be going out of turn, but I'll allow it.
Just
You can actually
really
click on the door to
quietly
close it,
so
and it actually
nobody
closes.
notices.
Just a moment, I have a delivery showing up for some reason.
It's quite all right. As you hear the sound of a door closing behind you, which is not upsetting to anyone,
Mhm.
there is a whoosh sound, and the black
Huh.
form is now able to be seen clearly because it bursts into flame.
I can see clear.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Hmm.
What is it, Pav? Okay.
Oh, apparently I can make it be a light source.
Neat.
Nifty. I can't see it because my door's closed.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like in front of it, but I don't see it yet.
You should be able to see it south of you.
Okay. My
Can you
character
see it
icon
now?
is still. Oh yeah, I could see it now. Okay.
There we go.
All right. So it is behind that open door.
It is on the other side of the open door.
Okay. So I'm gonna go over and close
And-
the door.
And next up is Tex.
Just close that.
Yep. There we go. Okay.
Why is there a green circle?
I
That was not intentional.
don't know.
Control Z should make the green circle disappear.
Oh, no.
If not, I can find out how
I'm
to
sorry,
erase it.
that was the evil monster that just bringing the green
The true
sphere.
big bad evil guy of the campaign is a green circle.
It's a green beach ball. Oh, there's someone over there. That's cool. I like this little ping thing.
Where'd Tex go?
And the recap is Mech walked down a hallway and
Right.
something rose up from the ground and burst into flame. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm locked in the bathroom.
Chadwick
On
is locked in
purpose.
the bathroom.
Self-locked
I'm
or
sure A can get
Frozen.
Chadwick out.
Well,
Yeah,
A
there
can
is-
get his own bathroom.
Granted, there is a second bathroom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's right over there.
Okay, I see that Tex has moved. Does Tex do any actions?
I don't think I have any actions that I can do without getting closer. And if I get closer, it's going to use up my ability to do an action.
Curse you, action economy.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna say you hold your action then, I guess.
No, I am actually going to double move.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's. I think we can't see it because the door is closed again.
Yeah, I closed it so it wouldn't come out till we were ready to
Ah,
fight
okay.
it.
But it's not your turn though.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
Well, I am at least going to put myself in the doorway.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, no, I can't see text anymore.
You shouldn't be able to see Tex anyway.
I
Close the
closed.
door.
I could hear that. I can hear that. That they were behind the door.
Oh, that's the blind sight thing.
Yeah,
Mhm,
so
right.
like, I can still see A.
Okay, Mr. Blind Sight, it's your turn. What's up?
It actually does explain because A does have a pulsing outline.
Yeah, I
Cool.
don't know why A has a pulsing outline.
Because I think it's because I'm not supposed to. Yeah, because it goes away as soon as I open the doors because of blind sight.
Because I don't see the pulsing outline, so that must be what it is. Cool.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, but
am going-
when I move A further away, there's still a blinking thing around A. I don't know what's up with that.
Hmm.
Anyway,
maybe
it's
I
your
can
turn.
just hear him. I hear the tippy tappies of the feet. I would like to use divine sense.
Is this my glass or is this your glass? I'm not muted.
Nope. I'd like to use divine sense.
What would you like to sense?
If the giant scary thing that made me hide in a bathroom is a celestial fiend undead,
What is the range?
60 feet.
Okay, there are at least 2 to the south of you.
Cool.
There
Do I know
are
what they are?
way more than that to the east of you.
Okay, let me see. And what type?
Undead. All undead.
Cool. Thinking. I have a question.
I have many answers, most of which people
Since
don't like.
I apparently have blind sight, does that mean my mind link can work between things?
For 10 feet, maybe, depending on the situation.
Well, because like A's on the other side of the door. What if I told A, "Hey, yo, undead to the south, watch out"?
Way ahead of you.
It's undead.
It's on fire.
Yep, staying in here. I'm gonna turn on the sinks. Doop, doop. Wait, I can go through wall. No, okay.
Please do not go through the wall.
I'm gonna make sure the water's working.
Okay. You go up to the faucets. I love that in the middle of combat, you are going to turn water on in an ancient sink.
So what? It's on fire.
Give me a roll, an insight check, to see if you can figure out how to use the sink because it's not built like a sink you've seen before.
Well,
Okay, with the 10, you push on things that look like buttons. You pull something that looks like a handle, and eventually there's a slider on the side. Everything else was decorative, so far as you know. But there's a slider on one side that you can move, and then there's a gurgling sound, and then there's a as sludge starts coming out of the faucet somewhat irregularly as the pipes clear themselves.
good thing I'm immune to disgusting things.
One
I'm
can
pretty
hope.
sure I've drank worse than this.
Okay. Next up, Mech, the door. If you're facing south,
Mhm.
the door behind you to the west just opened.
Okay. I'm going to move in
It's
front
not
of
your
the
turn
door.
yet. I'm just letting
Oh,
you
it's
know what
not.
something else is doing. During
Okay,
your turn.
I thought that
apologize.
meant it was my turn. I'm kind of sick
Yeah,
today,
oh,
so all right.
And
yeah.
I wasn't clear.
Okay.
So that is also a me problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna change this. There we go. And a burning corpse walks through that door as well.
Great.
And it is now right next to you.
It is. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Only if it tries to get away from you.
Okay.
And it doesn't appear to want to try to get away from you. It looks more
Yeah.
like it wants to give you a hug.
Oh, lovely.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm pretty sure I don't remember what kind of metal mech is made out of, but it's not something from this world, so who knows what'll happen, right? We could have like a Terminator moment coming out of the lava or whatever.
That'd be kind of
All
cool,
right.
actually.
Yeah. All right. So
Mental note,
mhm.
add lava.
Oh,
No, I don't agree.
no lava, please.
Yeah. All right. Well,
But-
if it's
but
not my turn,
then-
then I can't.
But
do
then one of
something.
you would be able to say, I lava you.
No.
Say that without anything else. Do you think I've never been to a tiki bar?
That song is now in my head. What have you done?
You're welcome.
What can I say? It is going to make a claw attack against you.
Okay. Do
I'm
I
not
roll
asking
something?
you to make the. No, it needs to make the roll.
Okay.
Now, if we ever play Cipher System, which I do want us to play, something making an attack against you does have you make a roll.
Okay.
The GM doesn't roll anything; it's always the players. But you
Okay.
don't add modifiers to your rolls, so there's less math theoretically.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm making a roll.
Oh.
That is going to be a 24.
Yeah. Gonna see if I can discern what my armor class is. It looks like a 16.
Okay, so you're going to take 6 points of damage.
Okay. Where do I put that on the character sheet?
Okay, now the bad news is,
Yeah.
this doesn't do the thing D&D Beyond did, where it just does the math for you.
Right.
So I am going to lower your hit points for you.
Okay.
Which right now
Okay.
was easy because you were at 66 and you took 6
Yeah.
points damage.
Okay.
But that's not always going to be easy
Right. Right.
because how are you against fire damage?
I do not know. Let's see. I'm resistant to poison, diseases. That's all
But
it
you are
says.
not resistant to fire damage. It
No.
does scuff the chassis and melt some non-metal parts. Wiring insulation does have problems. So you are
Okay.
also taking 7 fire damage.
Okay.
So now you're down to 53. And you are grappled.
Great.
Yes.
Ugh.
On your turn, you
Okay.
can roll to try to escape. It's not the highest of rolls necessary.
Right. Okay.
It is going to try to hit you again.
Again? Okay.
It's got a second arm.
Sure.
That is a 15. So it's
Fire
holding
plus-
on to you, which is a
Yeah.
weird angle. It's one of those awkward side hugs, I guess.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my armor class is higher than that. It's 15.
And when it tries to hit you with the other hand, it ends up just hovering.
Okay.
Worst
You wiggled.
hugger.
Mech wiggled.
Mhm.
It is A's turn. A decides to not hug the burning person.
Good for A.
Smart.
Get the bow. Get the bow.
In theory, no, A is not going to use a bow.
Oops, I'm muted.
A has soul knife.
Oh, as levels.
Yeah, levels in Rouge.
Oh,
Now, how do I
Flicker.
do this?
I don't. Flicker, you shouldn't be lying on that.
Flicker is not in the initiative order, so Flicker's going to have to sit up this one out.
indeed. She'd like to be in the initiative order. She's a bully.
That box is not supposed to be on the ground like that.
Yeah, you're not muted.
I know, I
Okay.
unmuted myself, and now. Yes.
Okay, actually, I pressed that wrong, so I'm going to do it again. Because I think we can all argue that this burning creature that is hugging Mech is actively engaged in combat with an ally.
No way.
So I should have rolled at advantage.
Okay.
We're going to take the
You can
higher of those two rolls, which was a 16, which does hit.
Okay.
And that's going to do 7 points of psychic damage. And then A is going to do a bonus action. I do appreciate that it allows me, if I choose to do a Psychic Blades attack using A's strength instead of A's dexterity. I'm not going to do this, but it
I
does
was
allow
about
me
to-
to do it.
I was about to ask if they had.
No, A is a kobold.
That's what I thought.
And that is a 15 that does not hit. That is A's turn.
Whoosh.
Okay, Cavill,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to send you a screen capture of what was going on right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I can't do that screen capture properly in Foundry. I have to go to my web browser, where I also have it open. And then I can do the thing.
He is thinking this is just what we needed. A slightly claustrophobic combat with flaming zombies. At least they are not hard to see.
I am going to act like a warlock.
Well, you
I
do
can't-
have levels in Bard, so you're pretty good at acting. Wait,
Yes. I am going to cast Hex on the nearest flaming zombie, and then I am going to Eldritch Blast it
oh,
twice.
wait. There's a button here. Can I click this button? Does it do a thing? Can I do this?
Also, I want to give it disadvantage on its athletics checks because it wants to grapple people. So, strength disadvantage.
Okay, it has all these different statuses, but I have to mouse over them, each one, to see what they do. And I
Cool.
can't be bothered. So I'm just going to say that skull doesn't mean... No, that skull means dead. Maybe this not have it be dead. And it's a zombie.
It's kind of dead. I mean,
Okay, it's not actually stunned, but I picked the stun symbol because that's just to let me know that there is a thing on it.
Okay.
I'll figure out
Sure.
later which one is the hexed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So it has disadvantage to strength-based things, and it's hexed.
No, Cog Bucket. Does the 16 hit?
A 16 hits.
All right. No. That's not how you roll that. Neither of those are a 5. What did you roll? What dice did you roll? Did you just roll a d6? Did you just roll a d10? Cog Bucket.
You don't think it rolled? Oh, it's supposed to show them both, huh? It doesn't add
Well, I
the normal.
think
It just
it's
rolled the
supposed-
d6.
Okay.
So roll d10 and
It didn't do the math.
Okay, so
10
19.
19.
Oh, wait. Does Hex do anything to it? It does necrotic damage.
It is not immune to necrotic damage.
Excellent.
Resisted?
The 5 is necrotic damage, so if it's resistant, it's only resistant to that part. I'm pretty sure Eldritch Blast is force damage. Yes.
Based on the
proceed.
damage types I've written down, it is not immune to any of that.
Yay.
It's not raging.
But is it against the machine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It's currently fighting mech, so yes.
I zoned out for a second, so I feel very good about that.
Okay, Cavill, anything else?
Nope, that was my action and my bonus action, and I think I'm fine being at this range. I do not think I need to be closer to the flaming zombies.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Lee is laughing in the background.
Flaming Zombies is the name of my next ska cover band. Moving forward, it is Hobby's turn.
I'd like to be basically peeking out the door from probably around Cavill's feet, because Hobby is a cat and Cavill is their sibling, and I feel like they do this. And whilst keeping an ear out for more frickin' doors opening, because wow, there's a lot of doors behind us. It's a problem. Hobby would like to do... Where's my character sheet? There's my character sheet. Where's my... Look. Ray of Frost at the closest flaming zombie.
You attempt to aid it by putting it out.
Yes, let's put it out.
I'm going to say you don't have a problem with this because A is short enough that you can aim over their head.
That's what I was hoping for. That's
And
why
if not,
Hobby's crouched.
they reflexively duck anyway. They're a kobold. They're used to groveling, cowering, and begging because they're a legacy kobold, and they still have that ability.
True. I mean, it's
So-
entirely possible that if Hobby thinks A is in the way, Hobby would say, A, duck.
Game mechanics-wise, you're able to do this. So let's do this.
Okay, so I gotta clicky the Ray of Frost.
And
Make
that'll
a
make it
range.
show up in the chat box.
Oh, thank you.
If you double-click on the ability.
It should show up on the... Oh, right, I have to click on this part.
And then you can click attack.
Ah, okay. Oops, I clicked it like 3 times. I'll just attack one of the times. I believe it's a normal roll, so... Oh, thank you.
16 plus 1 plus 3. I'm going to say a dirty 20 hits.
And it does some amount of damage.
Oh,
How do I tell her?
I closed it before you click damage.
Whoops.
Well, we can put that back. There we go. So
Thank
now
you.
it's back in the chat and you can hit damage.
Damage. 8.
All right.
Cold
8
damage.
points of cold damage.
Let's see how much of that
And
actually
doesn't that
goes
also
fizzle.
slow it down?
Maybe?
Yes. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
I do like that it puts the full spell description there in the chat. I do not like the awkward thing of click on it to make it show up in the chat, and then you've got the
Oh.
attack buttons. So
Yeah.
it's a give and take. I am not going to
Okay.
say Foundry is perfect.
We'll get
A
used to
larger
it.
screen, it would be easier to do that.
Well, we'll get used to it or we'll stop using it, but we'll do one of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
One of
Or
those
both of
things.
those.
Yep.
I have so many windows open from this thing.
Because you've been using the pop-out feature.
Yes, I am.
I did that with my character sheet, but that's
Yeah.
all.
I have character sheet in the way to ping people, so I can keep clicking it.
What I probably should not tell you
Mm-hmm.
is that Foundry also has the ability to let people play music for other people.
Oh, I saw that. I thought.
Oh, you got to be careful with that though, because copyright.
It's well, I have loaded it up full of music. There's a chiptunes playlist that is all public domain.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, sweet.
But apparently, there's other songs that are built in there that one of my after-school club students found.
Oh.
That I'm sure it's licensed for reuse, but I'm not sure enough because I haven't verified.
Okay.
And Ellie has provided a useful bit of information for me.
Yeah.
Row 5. 1,
Yo.
2, 3, 4, 5, 4.
You're row 5.
Cursed.
Hey.
Somewhere on another part of the continent, a Kenku professor has a bonding moment.
Cursed. Cursed. Usually
Which
only
is
two
somewhat
things I can
disturbing
see.
for the classroom full of students.
Cursed.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Well, that appears to be everything that I can really do at the moment because, frankly, I'd like to stay back here because I'm a little bit concerned about all the doors behind me.
You do have enough movement that you could hide in the other bathroom.
Oh, what's going to come up through the toilets, you know?
Well, you'll have to ask Chadwick during the next turn.
That'll be Chadrick's problem.
You see, the thing is the water's still running. I'm getting the sludge out, so we actually have clean water. Ish.
I suppose we can always try to drown it in the sink.
I just want to have a moment where A's banging on the door saying, let us in, and Chadwick's banging on the door saying, let me out, let me out.
No, I am in.
Yes, but if something does come up with the pipes, which I wasn't thinking of until now.
Oh, sorry.
So thank your party members. You might decide that it's a different bathroom you want to be hiding in. Anyway.
Get off the table. No.
Anyway, Mac.
No, stop shoving it.
I feel that.
Okay.
So
I have
is-
a cursed zombie in front of me that is
That is
less
giving you a
attack
hug.
speed and that whole thing and frozen, I guess. So I probably can get out of his grasp if he's frozen.
Well, it requires you to make an ability check. So
Okay.
I am going to press a button.
Yes.
And in theory,
Oh, so I press this thing.
and it should have you do a strength check to see if you
Oh.
can break the grapple.
Okay. 18.
That die
Total of 22.
hovered on a 5 for
It did.
way too long.
It did. Yeah. It looks like the chat log says it's a 22.
Yeah,
so.
it is a 22.
Okay.
It was an 18 plus 4. So you are no longer grappled.
All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is forgot what stuff I'm carrying.
Pretend you're Phoenix and tear its arms off. Or Pheasant.
Ha! It's no longer on fire. I could do
It
something
is still
like
on
that,
fire.
but it is still on fire. Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, okay, I'm gonna use my great axe and chop off its head and then stomp on that if possible.
Somewhere on the moon, a kobold says, well, that's how you know they're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I don't know what I click to use the great axe. This is all new. What if I just click it?
It most certainly is.
Character
so
sheet,
under
inventory.
inventory,
I'm in
you
inventory.
should
I'm looking
see
at the
all
great
of your
axe.
weapons.
What if I do this?
And
Mouse
Oh,
over
show me
one.
so
so
there we
if you
go.
go to your chat, you'll see great axes there, and you can click
Mhm.
attack.
Okay, clicking attack. Advantage, normal, disadvantage roll. Normal?
It's a normal roll.
Okay. What do we get?
Nat
one.
1.
The axe is stuck in the zombie sludge, I guess.
You know what? I'm going to say that's canon.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. So
Mhm.
you go to hit it, and you manage to hit it, but you don't hit anything that is load bearing. Your axe is stuck in its rib cage.
Okay. So if it's stuck in his rib cage, I don't know if this is allowed or not, but if I still have a hold of the handle of the axe, can I use it to push him down?
How many attacks do you get per turn?
I think 2. It used to be 2.
So you have a
Right?
second attack.
Yeah, I think I do. I don't know where it says on here, but I used to have a second. Oh yeah, there's I don't know. It's saying one action. I can't make heads or tails
Well,
of this new
A
system,
single
so.
action can have more than one attacks.
Okay.
So
Yeah, okay. So what do I roll to push the zombie that has my axe stuck in its chest?
well, you're still using the great axe for this, so I would say hit the attack button again.
Okay. Attack button. Normal. 2.
Okay.
Wait, no, it made a 9 in the chat.
Yeah, because you have bonuses.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it brought it up
Okay.
to 9.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to hit. Now, technically, the axe is
Mhm.
inside the zombie already. We have traced
Right.
the axe. It's coming from
We've
inside
traced
the
the
zombie.
axe to the zombie. I'm like trying to knock it down, but I don't
Yeah,
think I succeeded on that.
I will say you are a very powerful mechanical being.
That could be true.
So I'm going to flavor this as you go to hit it, axe gets stuck in the rib cage,
Yeah. Mhm.
and then you shake the axe to get it free,
Mhm.
and it sort of lifts off the ground, and its feet sort of like ragdoll as you move it back and forth,
Uh-huh.
and you slam it back down on the ground, thinking, well,
Mhm.
maybe if I slam it down hard enough, I'm going to split down through the rest of the rib cage, maybe
Uh-huh.
hit the pelvis on the way down and have it like fall apart.
Right.
No, it's a weird angle, and the ceiling is only 7 feet up,
Right.
which is a problem
Uh-huh.
because you don't have the same reach that you normally have. You can't do a
Right.
big overhand swing.
No.
Well, I mean, not with that attitude, but still.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, it's
So I have a zombie hanging from my axe. Yes?
pretty much.
Okay.
Yes. Next
Yeah.
up is the other zombie. Oh yeah, we forgot. There's another zombie down there with Tex.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Concerning.
I'm going to roll both d20s because it's going to do 2 attacks at the same time. That was a 15 and a 19.
19 hits.
The 19 hits. Okay. So you are going to take. I just had that open. There we go. It is 6 points of slashing damage plus 7 fire damage, and you are being awkwardly hugged by an awkward zombie.
This is not Valentine's Day behavior.
It didn't even want to be here.
Well, it didn't have to. It formed
it did.
itself up. Well, it formed itself up. That's its problem.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
If I cast Bless on the water coming from this tap, will it become potable?
That would be a different spell.
Because Bless turns things into alcohol.
So there's. You could kill the bacteria in it because alcohol is great for that. But it would still be 75% particulates by volume.
But like I'm immune to disease.
Blessing would kill the disease. It would not stop it from being swamp water.
Okay, I'm still running the tap, but I just wanted to know if I could speed it up.
You already have inspiration. But we've been playing for about an hour. What do you say we take a short break?
Yeah.
We are at the end of the round of combat, so this is a good stopping point.
Okay.
So glad that Chadrick's back up to his old tricks.
Frosted all.
So is the fight
Frosted
done?
walls.
Mhm.
The fight is not done. We finished 2 rounds of combat, or 1 round of combat. 1 round of combat. It
Yeah,
was
I'm
like
still in
2.
the bathroom.
You are still in the bathroom. It is Tex's turn. Tex is currently grappled. Tex is probably going to do a thing about that.
Yes, Tex intends to break the grapple.
Boop, boop. Don't you dare put A in danger because I said that would make me do something crash. I swear to God.
That is not the reason I will put A in danger.
Okay. I mean, you shouldn't.
Just
but...
don't pay attention to the wording.
Yeah, I'm like, you shouldn't do it anyways, but like don't use that as a way to make me do things. Let me roleplay my completely lazy character.
I have some bad news.
No.
No, I'm talking to Tex because Tex has attempted to break the grapple. 10 is not going to do it. You are still currently grappled.
If you punch it hard enough, it'll stop.
I'm not sure
Or
I
you
can
could get
attack
stuck
it with
to
it while
it.
I'm grappled.
Yeah. Well, you might be stuck to it now.
Can you still do things when grappled?
I don't know.
Let's
I think
look
it
at
depends
this.
on how you're grappled.
I can click on a thing. A grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect removes grappled creature from combat. It doesn't say anything about stopping you from being able to attack.
You just kind of wave your weapon around angrily and it hits something.
That's kind of what I tried to do, but I'm hoping
So you can
Tex will have
certainly
a
attempt.
better chance at it.
You can certainly attempt to hit it hard.
The rules also say these are supposed to be athletics checks for the record.
Fair and valid. I was clicking on the wrong thing because I never remember the grapple rules. There was one time I remember the recording. I said, I can't be bothered with the grapple rules, so we're going to do this because it's simpler. And it was more complex and harder than the grapple rules is written.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, the Tex should re-roll for an athletics check or just apply the 10 to an athletics.
Are you proficient in athletics?
Yeah.
What's the bonus for athletics for you?
Athletics is +7.
So it'd be a 17.
So that would have been
No, sorry, a 6 plus.
Would have been a 13.
It would have been a 13,
Probably
which is
still not
also not
enough.
high enough. Almost, but not there. But you can still try to hit it.
Yeah, I'm going to use my action surge to give me a couple more attacks.
Okay. Action Surge as written, is that like giving you a second turn?
It's another action on my turn.
Okay. Okay. Now that you've clicked on Maul, you go to the chat and you can click on attack.
Yeah, okay.
I may have clicked on things like that way too often today. All right. A 12 is not going to hit. 22 will hit. Those are very fancy synthwave dice. Okay, 10 points of damage.
That's funny. I need to check something.
Mm.
Oh,
Really, I'm not hearing
Hello?
you if you're talking.
Oh,
I was thinking about
sorry.
something.
Oh,
Sorry, I zoned.
It's
I'm
okay.
here. I mean, I was still in the bathroom.
Okay, but it's not your turn yet.
Oh, that's what
it'll be
I
your turn
thought. I
soon.
thought I heard my name. I was like, wait a second. I swore I didn't miss it, but I was right.
I said Ellie, not Millie.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Ends with the
could
same
sound
syllable.
Similar, yeah.
Oh, that was like, I swear I was paying at least enough attention for that. Oh, God.
The
Thank you.
doorway that I'm standing in, does it go all the way across the hallway?
Yes, go by the graphic you see for it. It goes all the way across.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, the icon for opening and closing the door is deceptively narrow.
I am going to move the zombie so that it's to my right, and so that I'm not blocking attacks against it.
Because the
I must
subclass of
briefly go AFK.
okay, because the subclass of fighter that you are allows you to reposition people.
It's actually the crusher feat.
Ah, so you want it to the right of. No, I'm not measuring.
Are these squares 5 feet each or not?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
But in my attempts to move while holding down control, I have done bad things.
Ah.
I don't remember what its initiative.
Mm.
I want to say it's 5.
Hey.
There we go. I have finally done the thing that I was told to do. We got there in the end.
And since I don't have any movement speed, I guess that's the end of my turn.
In my head canon, you moved its position because since it was hugging you hard enough that you weren't able to move, well, speed 0 still lets you rotate. So you just turned 90 degrees. And because you're a giant robot, it didn't really have a say in the matter.
that sounds about right.
And now it is Chadrick's turn.
I can't believe I have a zombie Bjorn.
Yes. I have a question.
No, I'm not giving you a zombie Bjorn.
No, that wasn't what I wanted. Though you may prefer the zombie Bjorn.
No, you do not have a potion that can cure the zombies of their death.
Nope. So I know that my mind reading pretty much only works like, in a short radius.
You have to be able to see the being you're reading their mind.
Yeah. Can I use my sending flagstone to just annoy everyone constantly?
It's my assumption that that was the background radiation of every adventure.
No, just so like I could just be like, hey, the water's clear. Hey.
But is the water clear?
Is the water clear?
It was pretty much canon that you were using it to send musical tunes into everyone's brain.
That's true, but my brain just
But
realized that I
yes.
could use it like on purpose. I forgot about the fact that it could do this.
Yes, it takes an action to do it, but you can do it.
So I have a question because I'm locked in the bathroom of my own
Yes,
volition.
until A uses an action to pick the lock.
Oh, why would A do that? A understands.
Maybe A too. Maybe A
Um,
thinks you got trapped.
The robots
do you
are
wanna
on
come in here
fire.
too? Do you want to come in here
That's
too?
accurate.
Do you want to come in?
Are there burning zombies in there?
No, there's a sink that's almost clear.
Is there any plumbing that's larger than a sink?
There's a bathroom, like a toilet, and I'm gonna guess a shower?
You know kobolds often live in sewers, right?
Yeah.
You are probably in the most dangerous location of this entire complex.
What are you trying to tell me about this?
I'm saying I've seen some weird stuff.
Yeah, but it's not on fire.
You make a convincing point.
You want me to let you in?
Let me throw a few more of these mine knives first.
Okay, just let me know.
Okay. I'm going to say, because you get to only do things on your turn, that if you want to let A in, this is the time to unlock the door. A goes 2 steps after you.
I will unlock the door, but have like one hand on it so I can hold it closed in case someone who is not A tries to get in.
The bad news is it's one of those doors that opens inward, which makes it the worst kind of bathroom door.
Yeah, that's why like I have one hand on it. If someone pushes on it, it'll hit my hand.
That still annoys me, by the way. Every time I see a bathroom where you've washed your hands, you're clean, and now you got to put your hand on the door, and you know someone else didn't wash their hands.
The more places that have those foot door openers, the better.
I'm going to tell you right now, these burning zombies, this is the fate. Those zombies did not wash their hands. They have been sterilized with fire.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Looking at things.
As long as you're not looking at stuff.
I have a question.
I have many answers. Most of them are depressing.
So I'm looking at the spell Sanctuary, and it tells me I ward a creature within range. It does not say within sight. It says within range.
What's the range?
30 feet.
Are you going to cast Sanctuary on A?
Yes.
You could definitely open the door and cast Sanctuary on A.
Yeah, but like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on A. Let's see, how do I do that on here? How do I do it? Oh, sorry.
No, we're all learning how to use this.
Ha! So yeah, until the spell ends, which is 1 minute.
A is glowing purple.
Because he's sanctuaried. Anyone who tries to go after A has to make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail it, they either have to choose someone else or lose the spell.
Also, A is only glowing purple when I click on your character.
Yes, because of our bond. Once again, it's the blind sight.
Now, is there anything that will break that spell? Like, say, A throws mind daggers.
The warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an energy, or deals damage, and it ends. Yeah, fine.
This would not be the first time someone had Sanctuary cast on them and they immediately broke it.
Well, the thing is that there is a one on the tracker list between me and A. There is a chance he can get hurt.
You're right. You are absolutely right. This is a decision that makes sense for Chadrick.
My entire motivation is A being alive.
And possibly spreading the good word about chug stands.
Oh, absolutely. But like in combat, it's I watch after me, and then I watch after A.
Speaking of combat.
Yeah.
Sure.
There is a hexed burning zombie.
Where are my spell slots?
I mean, it's my turn? Can't be right.
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But that one's hexed.
Yes, the hexed burning zombie is next to you, but it is the hexed burning zombie's turn.
Ah, okay.
Please, no one cast any other spells that change what the hexed burning zombie has going on, because hexed burning zombie is a mouthful currently. Oh,
but
wait.
for real, where's my spell slots?
Wait, I just realized. It's been re-frosted.
It's
a slowed, hexed burning zombie.
I found my spell slots. We're all good.
And it's also had mind daggers and a ray of frost, and I forget what Cavil did, but it was bad from its perspective. Oh, there was the hex, and there was something else that did necrotic damage.
There was Eldritch something. Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Why? How did I forget Eldritch Blast? There's been enough warlocks in this campaign. I should have known that. It is actually going to turn away from Mech.
Huh. How's he doing that if I'm still hanging on to my battle axe that's stuck in him?
Wrench itself off, probably.
Could be.
Or there, turn its head.
Could be.
You make a valid point. There is the sound of breaking ribs as it turns away from you.
Huh.
Good news. Your axe is back.
That's useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it starts walking away from you.
Okay.
You have an attack of opportunity.
I do. Haha. Alright, I'm going to hit it with the great axe again. I'm going to try to take its head off. And let's see. Do something with that. Attack. Boom. Come on, go. Normal. And we have a 13. Nope, we have a 20.
13 with bonuses brings it to a dirty 20.
Yeah.
So roll your damage.
All right. Damage. Here we go. Normal, or it's not critical, is it?
It's normal.
Normal. Got it. 3.
7 points of damage.
Oh, it totals to 7. Okay, so yeah.
Yes.
That. Yep. That's my attack of opportunity. I guess that's over.
Yeah. And it starts continuing to walk. So that is its walk 10 feet, A is pressed up against trying to move through the bathroom door at this point, but it's not A's turn, so A can't.
Oh no.
This hallway is 10 feet wide, but the squares on the map do not line up perfectly with the grid that Foundry has added. And
Yeah.
I kept trying to adjust it so it would, and then I decided I was no longer bothered. So
That's
it
fine.
looks like
That's fine.
the zombie and A are occupying the same space. They are not. They're not that close. They've only just met. A is not even sure it's a good person. They're very
Sure,
bright.
it's not. Yeah.
They're very warm. They have a very warm personality.
Sundari.
Even though Hobby gave it the cold shoulder.
Oh, I'll give it a colder shoulder if I can work on it.
And it is going to attempt, because A is right there, to hit A, which means it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14. So I'm not bothering to look up its modifier because a 3 is not going to get it up high enough.
No.
So what happens if it fails its save?
Patrick?
If the water creature makes an attack, casts a spell...
I muted myself.
Okay. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area of effects. So basically, it went to hit A, and that didn't end well for it. It failed its save, and A... basically, it reached up an arm to smack. A flinched automatically, and then the arm went back down. A is still in the flinch, and sort of half opening one eye to look and see if the blow is coming still.
All
It
right.
gets a second attack.
See how this one goes.
Oh.
Ew.
That's a 15 on the die, but what is
It
its
has to make a
wisdom modifier?
DC 14.
That's
negative.
weird.
Does
That's
that
pretty
mean-
wise for a zombie.
Why? Why did you make a
Strange.
wise zombie?
I didn't make it. I found it this way.
Why did you steal a wise zombie?
Because I keep using creatures that aren't wise, and then you adopt them.
No, we only adopt the cute
Okay.
ones.
Monty thinks burning zombies are adorable.
We'd give it back to Monty, except we don't know Monty would like it.
Crunchy on the outside,
Chewy on the inside?
crunchy on the inside. It's pretty much all crunchy.
Hmm.
Okay, so it does manage to make an attack that goes through. A is going to take damage. That's 6 plus 7.
I'm just ready. I am completely ready.
Okay,
I'm
A
gonna
is
rebuke
bloody.
some. Oh
What's wrong with A?
A lost over half of A's hit points. A is bloodied.
Well, I rebuked
Oh.
violent.
You used your reaction to rebuke it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
Another wisdom saving throw.
Another wisdom saving throw.
no! Because we know A is going to shriek about being hit.
That is not going to add up to 14.
Okay, so then I am going to do takes radiant damage equal to the damage you just dealt. I swear if I kill this thing.
It'll be your third time.
Third time skill stealing using this spell.
If it was vulnerable to radiant,
hmm
it'd be a
Oh,
lot
no.
closer. But it is not vulnerable to radiant damage.
Is it vulnerable to anything?
I imagine it's probably vulnerable to water, as it's on fire.
It's bloodied.
Perfect.
Okay.
My hand is also on the doorknob ready.
It is A's turn. A is aware that one strike bloodied A, and it's right next to A. So A is going to use their action to disengage, which means no attack of opportunity. Unfortunately, someone keeps opening and closing the door. So I can't just press the right arrow to make A go through the door unless Chadwick opens that door again for me.
Then this is the good thing to do.
As A runs through the door, A is like, sorry, I can't help anymore. Good luck, good luck.
See, look, I'm useful hiding in the bathroom.
I mean, if you'd been standing in front of A before, then you could have blocked the thing from attacking, right? Chadwick will have to live with the guilt.
Wait, isn't A's turn after mine?
No, right before it.
Oh, okay.
And I am making another screen capture.
Yeah, we have relocked the door. I'm going to imagine that A is probably like cooling their burned body in the swamp water sink.
I did move A over to that, didn't I?
Yes, you did. And when it's my turn, I'm going to heal A. But right now, we just kind of got to sit for a little bit.
Healer does go last, but that's one of the burning zombies.
We don't want that doing heals on its side.
They cauterize the wounds.
That's not healing.
I have lay on hands.
Yes, you do.
I will do so.
And we will not speak of the typographical oddity during the recording.
Yes.
But it is Cavill's turn.
Mhm. Let's see. Did I go through something and not be?
Yes.
A ran into the bathroom and the door slammed behind A. You hear
Okay,
the
I
sound
guess
of
I
running
can't.
water.
I guess I can't heal him. Heal them.
That will be Chadwick's responsibility.
Yep.
I heard a tone in that voice, which is valid. But also, this is the one time where we can pretty much figure that Chadwick's going to do healing.
Yeah.
Like, this is the one thing I'm actually going to take responsibility for.
Why don't we have Avray anymore?
It was a D&D Beyond thing.
No, Avray's not.
They were bought by the same company, yeah.
Huh. I was going to say Avray doesn't involve giving anyone money, but the words were not there.
Understandable. And that's also why I intend to end this session as soon as we finish this round of combat. What would you like Cavill to do? I am assuming you cast Eldritch Blast twice?
Yes, theoretically.
Okay.
Cog.
Oh,
That
no,
wasn't Cog Bucket.
that was D1C3. So you do cast it twice, but unfortunately, you have 2 misses.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Next up will be Hobby.
I'm not done.
Oh, then please continue.
Is anyone who I can see injured?
Let me click.
Kiz, I think.
Yes, Mech has taken damage and Tex has taken damage. Neither of them has taken a lot of damage. I think they both took 13.
Yeah.
Yes.
13 might be right. Yeah.
Okay,
And Mech is 40 feet away. Tex is 50.
wait, are Tex and Mech constructs?
So Warforged fit this really weird in-between thing where, yes, lore-wise, they're constructs, they're built, but healing spells still do things for them because they're player characters. So wibbly wobbly, statusy waddisy.
The thing about Warforged is that the spells in them allow them to convert healing spells into repair spells.
Okay. Between Tex and Mech, who has a higher max health?
I do.
Yeah, I think so. I'm at 66 max health, but it's not where I'm at right now.
Yeah, Mech has lower current and max.
I will cast Healing Word on Mech
Thank you.
and heal Mech for 6 damage.
Right.
All right. I have added that in for
See
you.
if I can figure out how to change that.
I already changed it.
Thank you.
I know we're having a bad math day,
Yeah.
so I'm doing what I can.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Let's not talk about my bad math day. I posted it in the education channel.
Oh, right, that.
Yes,
I'll look at it
there
later.
was considerable bad math, and it's I'm not worrying about this until Monday problem. Okay. So that was the bonus action. Do you use any movement?
No.
Okay. Then it is Hobby's turn. Hobby.
Let's see. How many actions do I get anyway? I don't
One
remember.
action, and I think only 1 attack as well.
Okay. I think I have a 2 attack.
Well, you can do something with your main hand and your offhand.
Oh, right.
But
That's how. Yeah.
That's the only reason why A gets to do 2 things.
Yes. Well, in that case, pity I can't do anything there. I guess I'm going to do Ray of Frost again.
I mean, it worked last time.
Hey, let's see if it works this time. That doesn't look like it's going to work.
Close but no cigar, unfortunately, which is good because you're in the non-smoking section. Somebody clearly didn't follow those directions. One of them is currently on fire. Both of them are currently on fire, and therefore billowing smoke is there as well.
Can I move?
You most certainly may move.
I'm going to move there, and I'm going to wave that Cavill might want to be ready to do some kind of retreat back the way we came to room 10 over there.
You could have totally opened one of those other doors.
No.
I'm sure they're fine.
No.
Okay, whatever.
No, if anything...
I
if
did
anything,
all
we'd
that
like...
work to put those doors there, and no one's... You just close the
Close
door.
Close that door behind me. Gonna close that door behind me if Cavill is not in the way of it, and...
I'm going to say Cavill is not in the way. You can, in fact, close that door. And I love how when you did that, the lights from that section just went out.
Yes.
I do enjoy
Nope.
this. We are getting our Scooby-Doo shenanigans in.
I
So
mean,
glad.
we pretty much had to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was a
And drawing a
moral
dagger.
imperative.
Yes. And drawing a dagger with one hand,
A
Okay.
dagger.
because the other one can do Ray of Frost later.
There is a storeroom somewhere in this map that you could open up the boxes.
I'm
Just
pink.
saying that people who haven't watched Game Grumps will not get that reference. But I'm just saying you could totally find
We
some
could eat
crates.
for weeks. Barry.
There is
Gonna draw.
there would
do
be
I
nothing
need
good
to-
about that scenario.
I have a
Next
question.
up
I
is
have a question.
yes.
If I have weapons in my hands, can I still cast my cantrips?
I am going to say if you have at least one hand free, you can cast a cantrip.
Okay, so I don't draw both daggers. I will draw one dagger. Okay.
And depending on the spell, you can still do it. It depends on what requirements the spells have.
Evocation. It requires an. Okay, yeah, it does. It's got a.
Verbal,
Somatic.
material, and somatic. If it has somatic, then
It
I
has a
would say you need
VS.
one hand.
It has a VS.
Unless you have an incredibly prehensile tail.
Only if the GM lets me.
No.
Oh.
Because then you'd be like, yes, I did my first offhand, but what about second offhand?
It only
and
works. For,
11sies.
it only works for critters that are behind me, though. The second offhand would only work for critters behind me.
I appreciate that you're offering this compromise. The answer is
You
still no.
cannot two-weapon fight twice in a turn, no matter how many weapons or hands you have.
Insert argument about haste here, which will give some of us PTSD.
That is not two-weapon fighting. That is just attacking again.
Like, just think a little bigger. What if
there is an item that I have the stats for that if you use it, it splits your arms into 2 additional arms. So you end up with 4 arms.
Imagine how many drinks I could drink.
For a very short amount of time. And if I remember correctly, a certain very tall tabaxi child used it.
Oh
and
yeah,
did
I
nothing
did.
with it before it wore off.
Oh no.
Kind of shocked. But imagine how many beers I could chug.
While you count that high, I'm gonna ask Mech what Mech is doing.
Okay. Tex, you doing all right, or you need help?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go after this other one. What's my movement speed?
You can definitely
that.
get to it using only half your movement. It only moved 15 feet because it was slowed.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up here, and I'm going to. My plan is to. Well, it's still standing, right?
Yeah, after all this
Or
time,
not.
yes.
After all this time. Okay. I'm gonna try to chop its head off with the battle axe if I
Keep
can.
on swinging.
Yep. It'll work eventually. So let me see if I can do that. Great axe. Hit the button there. Attack. Normal. Start and learn this. 19
A 19 plus.
plus 3.
Oh, well, plus 4 and plus 3. You're raging.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yes. So a 26 is definitely doing a thing. Roll your damage.
All right, damage. 12.
That's decent. That's 16 points.
Okay, I could do it again. I think I could 2 turns.
By all
right?
means, don't let me stop you.
Okay, we're gonna do it again. All right, so we do the great axe.
And the great axe button is still there, so you can just click attack again without having.
Oh, you
to
just click it
double
again.
down.
Okay, so we're gonna do attack, normal, 20.
That is a nat
plus
20.
7. Yeah, 27.
So
That's a nat
forget
20
the
though.
plus 7. That's a nat 20. When you click that
Okay.
damage, click that crit button.
Okay.
First crit
So-
using Foundry.
Woo. Okay, critical hit. Seriously? All right.
Well, 15
12.
points of damage.
Oh, 15. Okay.
How
Yeah.
do you want to do this?
I'm gonna swing the battle axe to separate the zombie from its head, and then I'm gonna stomp on the head.
Okay. So you do exactly that. You slice its head off. There is no resistance.
Of course.
The body actually takes, because it was moving towards Hobby and Cavil.
Yeah.
I am not going to be typing in the name box for the zombie. It actually staggers forward another 5 feet without its head before it collapses. And while it's doing this, you crush the skull underfoot.
Right.
into small fragments of charred bone.
That one's done.
I wonder if they've been Sorry.
Go ahead.
I wonder if they've
my,
been. You
Ask the
go.
question.
My character sheet popped up again and I got confused. That's all.
Yeah, it's very easy to make a character sheet pop up, except when you're trying to do it and wondering why you're clicking on it wrong. Because when you try harder, sometimes you don't think as much. Yep, and I'm not the only one who's been measuring things. Yes, wonderful. Okay, so there's one more charred zombie, and it's going to make 2 swings, which is really weird because it's still hugging Tex.
Obviously, one's a headbutt.
Okay, neither of those is going to hit.
Swing and a miss.
Sorry?
Swing and a miss.
Mm-hmm. So, as the turn ends, it's about to be Tex's turn when we begin our next session, because we're about to end it. But I will say, Hobby and Cavil and Mech, the 3 of you notice a thing.
Yes.
It's an inconsequential thing, so inconsequential that Tex is too far away to notice this. The 2 people locked in the bathroom do not have line of sight to this, so they don't see it either. But the little bits of skull, the ones that aren't directly under Mech's foot, are shifting towards the headless zombie.
Okay, that one's not done yet.
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, everyone, for playing. My name is Big Crash. Tonight I was joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Ellie, Io, Jen, and Milo. Who wants to plug a thing?
Mom writes book, elizabeth-mccoy.com, or ask for books by Elizabeth McCoy, ebooks from your local library. And actually, there's 2 of us. I found another one with my name on Amazon. It's like, why? Why? How dare? But I'm the one who writes science fiction, fantasy, and they only have 1 book, and I have like several, and short stories and stuff. And some of them are even free if you go to Smashwords to look at them.
For the record, as someone who is named Aaron Smith and has received emails meant for other Aaron Smiths in my same school system, including some very irate emails about why I wasn't attending meetings at a school that I've never been to. Because apparently there was another teacher named Aaron Smith who was not attending middle school meetings when I only taught in elementary. But never mind about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel your pain.
No. I can give you a real fun one. I was in college and someone called me up to apologize for stealing my boyfriend. Except they kept calling me Liz. And I don't ever use Liz. You have to be a fencing teacher to call me Liz, because then you have a sword. There were 2 of me going to the same college. I mean, not me, obviously, but...
Yeah.
So, anyway, furthermore, the same voting zone. Speaking of books...
Okay, speaking of books, my website is called Book of Jen. It's at bookofjen.net. I add stuff to it periodically whenever I have the energy to do so. Whole bunch of stuff, a lot of gaming stuff, a lot of Diablo stuff, this kind of thing, and then just whatever I'm thinking about writing. So it's at bookofjen.net. I'm also the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast, which appears every Saturday. It's about the Diablo series of games and lore and whatever's going on in the company, and that's at shatteredsoulstone.com. And to add on to what Archbeth said, I had a person in my college who had the exact same name as me and the same major back in the days when everything was on paper. So we'd often get the wrong schedule and have to hand it back in and wait for the other person to bring the right one. Yep.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
I run a Schrodinger's Federated social media called elek.xyz. That's elekk.xyz. It's a place where people talk about games without having to worry about bigotry. My story, first of all, I have a very common name, so the idea of me being confused for someone else is just very obvious. But my favorite is the fact that my freshman year of college, my psych teacher actually liked to learn all of the 150 students in his lecture hall. So he had us sit alphabetically by last name so he could learn our faces. And I got sat next to someone with my same last name. We looked very similar. I have never heard of them before. I talked to my grandma who grew up in Indiana, which is where I went to college. And she let me know that her husband was not an honest man and had married many women after her. And so I did some researching and we were actually cousins.
Wow.
I never told this person. I just spent them the whole semester. I think they wanted to know their grandpa was a...
Yeah. that.
disreputable man.
No, because that'd make an awesome story.
But yeah, I wondered why we looked the same, and then I looked up their family on Facebook and went, I figured out why.
Alrighty.
I can't top that story. I mean, give me a day, I probably could, but spoons.
Yeah.
Does Ellie have anything? Ellie, are you boosting anything tonight?
Not tonight.
Okay.
All right. I know something's coming, but speaking of Patreons, because I'm speaking of it right now, so therefore that counts. We do have a Patreon. You can help us keep the lights on other illustrious patrons. Go to patreon.com/cogwheelgaming and join wonderful people, including Chris, Ellie, Eric, Shen, Walter, and Patron Emeritus, Cindy. And until next time, this is Crash saying, wait, that's not how you know they're dead? Everything I know is a lie! Next you're gonna tell me bacon doesn't give me spell slots! Good night, everybody.